Hello and welcome to Quartz, your car brochure channel. On today's episode, we're going to be looking at the Ford Sierra Quartz. Hello and welcome back. And if you're new to Quartz, we look at car brochures here on YouTube for the 60s, 70s, 80s and 90s, sometimes beyond that as well. So if you're interested in car brochures, or indeed just looking at cars, please consider subscribing. Anyway, today is Saturday. Happy weekend. Saturday, it's called the Saturday Special because we look at special edition cars each week. Today, just a short episode actually, we'll be looking at this, the Ford Sierra Quartz. So let's dive straight into that. And I've got a cup of tea, I don't know about you, but let's enjoy this short episode of Quartz Light. So here is today's brochure. Well, I say brochure, it's more of a leaflet, so it's only going to be a short episode today. But this is it, the Ford Special Edition Sierra Quartz. So at the top, Ford Autumn Motive. This particular one's dated October 91, hence the autumn theme. Good reasons to buy a Ford and little Ford emblem there. We'll have a zoom in on the car in a moment, but really when we think about the Quartz, this is kind of like one of these outrun cars. By this time, 91, I think Ford knew the Sierra was kind of like on borrowed time, so this is when Ford usually throws all these special editions. Think of this as a Ford Sierra LX, really, that sort of trim level, but we'll call it the Quartz. Make it seem a little bit special. But anyway, let's zoom in on this main image. So here we get this main image, and like a normal model, it's available in lots of different colours. It's not specific to one model. Little red inserts on the bumpers and the rubbing strips, as per the LX. So not a very high spec car by any stretch of the imagination, but you can just about make out by this time the front indicators have gone white, the rear lights have gone black, just to lift it a bit. And like I said before, I think Ford knew the Sierra was really on borrowed time by this stage. But anyway, let's turn the page over and see what specifications this particular model actually had. And there is the interior, very familiar sight for anyone who's been in a Sierra. Bit of a sea of grey really, but as the Quartz had things like electric front windows, although you can see the rear windows were very much keep fit windows with the crank on there. This is a manual obviously. There was actually a choice of engines too, which again is strange for a special edition, but like I say, was it really a special edition or was it just an LX with, hey, this is the Quartz for better value? But anyway, let's have a look at the specifications and the different engines you could actually get for this particular special edition. So it says here, here's your chance to own a very special member of the Sierra hatchback and estate family. So yeah, you can only have it as the estate or the hatchback. Doesn't mention the Sapphire, the saloon version, being available as a Quartz in this particular brochure anyway. It says it's a price you can really afford. The Sierra Quartz is a special edition of the top selling range with a lot of style and a pleasantly surprising price tag. So it says standard features include a choice of hatchback or estate, and the engine choices are a 1.6, a 1.8 or even a 2 litre, and you could also have a 1.8 turbo diesel if you wanted. Anti-theft alarm, steering column adjustment for rake and reach, remote release for fuel filler flap and boot lid, and electric operated front windows. Front sport seats trimmed in astral fabric. It says the 2 litre interior is shown there. Centre console and storage box with padded lid and provision for cassette storage. Central locking with torch key. Tilt or slide screened glass sunroof with louvered blind, audible lights on warning, tachometer and instrument panel rheostat. We've also got electric self-seek AM FM stereo radio cassette, and we've also can get options of ABS and metallic paint. It also tells us that the Quartz is subject to availability, of course, and the date for this particular brochure stroke leaflet, October 1991, and the little code FA 1040. And a little Ford at the bottom, and this bit of a slogan, this kind of advertising slogan they did at the time: everything we do is driven by you. I think this came out around about 1990 to advertise not just the Sierra but Fords in general. And like I said, the Sierra was kind of like a bit on borrowed time though, so you kind of like needed all this bit of advertisement, all these little special editions, and there were a few little of these special editions that came at the end of the Sierra run. So there we go, that is our quick look at the special edition Ford Sierra Quartz. And as you know, every Saturday we're looking at a special edition variation of a particular make and model, and that's going to continue. I think overall most people like the idea of doing that on Saturday, so we will continue doing that. Talking a bit about the channel, thank you very much who subscribed to the channel so far. We are approaching 1,000 subscribers, which is very exciting. That's kind of like been my goal since starting the channel, and the goal was to make 1,000 subscribers before the end of the year. We're very close to that, so thank you for everyone who has actually added to that number. Kind of having to think of some kind of special episode I'm going to have to do for the 1,000 subscribers. Anyone can think of something, please jot that in the comments. Always interesting to read people's opinions, and quite often I actually take someone's opinion and do something on that, so I will be looking out for those. We've also, you've got the option of also becoming a channel member. Look on the page to look to how to become a channel member. And we've also got Patreon as well. We have got a Patreon member. Thank you to that person. I'll put the name of that person on top there, but I do appreciate your continued support, because every little bit helps to show you this better and better content. But thank you once again for watching today's episode. On Monday we're going to be continuing our look through that Renault range. We're up to, well, I'll leave it to you to wait out and find which one of the Renault range will be featured on Monday, but we will continue with that. Bit of a surprise what we'll see on a Wednesday. That kind of at the moment seems to be our random brochure, and then on Fridays, of course, every Friday is a Ford for Ford Friday. If you're not subscribed so far, please do so if you like. That certainly helps the channel greatly, and costs absolutely nothing. But thank you so much. Enjoy the rest of your weekend. We'll see you on Monday. Take care and goodbye.